Hi there, my name is Belinda Dovston. Welcome to the I Ching Cafe and our weekly overview for the week commencing the 5th of December 2022. Here we are, fully fledged into December and getting stuck into this last month of the year and putting in the effort to keep on growing, to keep on maximizing every moment, because even though the year is coming to a close, change does not stop. Our growth does not come to an end. Right, so last week we had Hexagram 30, radiance, illuminating, clinging to truth, seeing things brighter, seeing things in a new way, seeing a broader perspective than perhaps we had before, and this beautiful Hexagram 27, becoming aware of the nourishment we need. What is nourishing us? What are we looking for? What goes into the mouth? What comes out of the mouth? And how do we nourish others with our consciousness? So if there's anything that came up for you last week on these topics of illumination, of clarity, of seeing things in a broader perspective, of radiating light to others, of being nourished and nourishing others, something came to you, please do share a comment. It's always wonderful to see how the I Ching is working through our lives in such different ways, yet so beautifully attuned to the flows each week and each month. So, getting stuck into this week, all right, our first full week of the I Ching in December. What is the I Ching asking us to pay attention to? And our first hexagram for this week is hexagram 34, great power. Okay. This hexagram is the ability for us to move mountains, okay, because we have strength, okay, core muscle power, brute force, and we are able to apply that strength behind a single focused central idea, okay. So this week, there's a little bit of a cautionary around the changing line, so there are some aspects of this week that strength might come under some challenge, but that's okay. This week, our theme, what we're being asked to pay attention to, is how we direct our power and our strength into this one central thing. And being able to do that allows us to achieve huge progress. Okay. Force, power, strength, energy. Okay. The way we get the value out of that is to have a focus, all right? So if there's a lot going on for you right now, but there's a central thing that you really need to get done that could really unlock a lot of value for you, your business, or your family, your home life, your personal life this week, using our strength and using our power is the way that we can work with the flow. Okay. Now, we can, if we take the idea of power, our personal power, we can, when we get this hexagram, be a little confronted around the power that others have, or the overuse of our own power to get our way, okay, or the lack of power we perceive we have, which intellectually we can understand is a false idea, okay? It's an incorrect, erroneous belief system. We don't have power. We all have power. We have to just learn how to use it. And we also have to learn how not to overuse it. So the contraindication of this hexagram is that we could hurt ourselves and others because we use too much force. So the idea of focus, okay, is that we concentrate our power, we concentrate our energy, we put our energy in and we put our back into it, but we are always sensitive to the room, sensitive to the people around us, aware of how too much strength can harm and hurt, all right? If we put too much force and we're cranking a bolt, we can snap the bolt, or worse, we can snap our wrist, okay? And so this idea of overdoing the power, of too much power, is also something that will come to us, that will be with us in this week. So what do you need to move? What mountain is in front of you? You have the power this week to move it, but you have to put all your focus behind the one thing, behind the mountain, behind what's in front of you, and go for it. And perhaps at this time of the year, like for a lot of us, we're trying to finish things off. We're trying to get to a holiday. We're trying to move something, complete something, and get it out the way, all right? And this week, there's a lot of energy to do that. So if you've got something you need to move, this week is the energy week to do it. So our changing line is in the 6th position. There's only one, okay? And this line talks to the idea of the symbol of the ram, okay? Male sheep, horns, okay? A little vigorous in temperament. And this whole hexagram, encompasses the idea of a ram where you are pushing forward. The ram puts his head and he goes, right? And he pushes the obstacle out the way. In this case, the ram has had a little bit of an entanglement with a hedge, okay? Here's the hedge, here's the path the ram wants to go. He wants to go straight. And here's the hedge. And the ram has just gone straight for the hedge. Poof. And so what we think that we can use our strength to push through. And sometimes that works, but with this changing line, there's an aspect for us this week where we realize that where we are entangled, where we are pushing into a hedge, that's a little thick, that's a little complicated, we can get caught up in the hedge. Now you can imagine this ram's got these twirly-whirly horns, right? And he's pushing and pulling. And the more he's pushing, these horns are threading through different aspects of the branches, and he's getting more and more stuck. And it gets to a point where he can't withdraw and he can't go forward, and he is stuck. Okay. If this line manifests for you this week, on whatever level getting entangled in the hedge means for you, okay? This can be entanglement in a complex argument. It can be entanglement in an issue that can't be resolved, in a project that gets stuck or hung up. Whatever this entanglement is, we can't get out of it and we can't move forward. We are stuck. We have to almost accept the stuckness. So the ram, if he just keeps on fighting this hedge, he gets more and more stuck and he exhausts himself. Okay, we don't want to do this. What we want to do is just breathe. Okay, say, okay, I'm stuck. Okay, let me just calm down, take some time, and contemplate how I got here. Okay, what was the process of how I got so entangled? So a little bit of analysis around the stuckness. When you're in the stuckness, is just to stop pushing, okay, or pulling. Just stop, take some time out, and evaluate and analyze what has happened, okay? And through that awareness comes, and through just stopping and giving it a little bit of time, the obstacle releases. Okay, so there's a thing here, some aspect, it might be a small little thing in your week. Just remember the words, ram stuck in the hedge. Okay, can't get out, can't go forward. Just pause, evaluate, and think about why this has happened. Okay, and there's a process there that is how we disentangle it. We give it time and we analyze and we learn from it. Nothing else to be done. Okay, so that being said, our second hexagram for this week is a beautiful hexagram. It's hexagram 14, possession of greatness. Okay, this is a beautiful hexagram speaking about abundance, and not just in material terms. I affirm that is the case for you in material terms, but in spiritual wealth, in personal wealth, in the ability to help others because you've achieved a level of success. As we achieve something, we help others, okay? This is a wonderful energy of abundance, and it's one that we give, and because we receive abundance, we can share and grow and help others to prosper with us. So there's something around this week, despite the ram getting entangled in the hedge, there's abundance in this week. There's opportunity this week to make great breakthroughs, to push through the obstacles. Yes, there might be an entanglement. It might be small, it might be big, but there's a way out. There's always a way out. And with this week comes the opportunity for the abundance, not just necessarily in financial wealth, but in personal wealth, wealth of network, wealth of relationships, becoming aware of where in your life you are super wealthy, okay? Even if it doesn't necessarily translate to gold bars arriving on your doorstep. And let's hope there are gold bars arriving legally, of course. So an interesting week where our strength, the use of our power, gets the job done. There are some little niggles to take care of, okay, by accepting them. And there's this abundance. So whenever you feel stuck in the hedge, keep remembering that if you feel stuck in the hedge, it means that abundance and wealth on this issue is around the corner. And so just be patient. Just go with the process. Well, that was our weekly overview. If you enjoyed the episode and it was meaningful to you, please give me a like and share it and give a comment. And of course, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be really great if you're not yet done so. I will see you on the socials, and I look forward to connecting with you for our next weekly overview soon. Thank you so much.